Good morning, students. Today we discuss about 12th common subject morning video. In this video we discuss a new chapter, rights, duties and responsibilities of consumer. So in this chapter we discuss about first rights of a consumer. The modern marketing concept recognizes the fact that the consumer is the pivotal point around which the entire business moves. So consumer are the very important part in the commercial field. So satisfaction of consumer wants and needs is stated to be the prime and supreme objective of a business. So consumer rights is interpreted as the right to have information about the quality, potency, quantity, purity, price and standard of goods and services. So consumer right is the most important one. They have to know about the product, quality, quantity, price and everything. So there are different rights of consumers. John F. Kennedy point of view, the former president of USA, and he defined the consumer rights as the right of safety, the right to be informed, right to choose and right to be heard. So the consumer is the king of the modern marketing, but in fact he is not. The various rights of consumers guaranteed under the Consumer Protection Act is as under, that is, right to protection of health and the right of safety. There may be few products that are more likely to cause physical danger to consumers, health, lives and property. They may contain potentially harmful substances which are dangerous from the consumer welfare point of view. So in order to consumer to save themselves, they should select the best quality product. They should protect health and safety while using the product. So they should be very harmful substances which are dangerous from the consumer welfare point of view. That is, some of the goods like food additives, colors and preservatives. These are some of the examples for harmful substances. So the health hazards which are likely to arise have to be eradicated or reduced altogether. So in case of the food items and drugs, both life savings and life sustaining safety is to be guaranteed. So consumers should be protect themselves while using those types of products. And then right to be informed. Consumers should be given all the relevant facts about the product so that they can take intelligent decisions on purchasing the product. So consumers should be informed all the things about the product, all the points, how to handle, how to use and how to purchase the product. So advertising and labeling on the package should provide objective information to the buyers, and this implies that the manufacturer and the dealers are expected to disclose all the material facts relevant and relating to the product. So the manufacturer is the duty to inform all the materials facts about the product to the consumer. Right to choose. Consumer satisfaction is the ultimate aim of modern marketing and is philosophy of marketing concept. So consumer satisfaction is the most important one. So they should choose the best product among the various product. So a wise trader or dealer or manufacturer is one who maximizing his profit by maximizing the consumer satisfaction. So they should increase the business people. They should increase the profit by way of satisfying the consumers and sell more products. So the term choice means offering the widest range of product in quality and brand varieties at reasonable price. So in short, consumers should have access to varieties of goods in terms of color, quality, design, etc. Right to be heard. Consumers have every right to ventilate and register his or her dissatisfaction, disagreement, and get the complaint heard and aired. This right is vital. Business enterprises should lend a compassionate ear to complaints or grievances of consumers. So consumers are to be satisfied. So whenever if they are dissatisfied or disagreement, so they should make a complaint to the respective persons. So grievance cell should be made by every business people in order to make complaints, receive complaints from the consumers about the product. So all business enterprise should have to separate department or wing or segments for addressing consumers grievances. Right to seek redressal. This step is one step ahead of the previous right. That is, the complaints and protest are not just to be heard, but the aggrieved party is to be granted compensation within a reasonable time period. So, for the sake of purpose, the complaint should not be received. Immediately, the steps should be taken to make compensate of the complaint received. So, there should be prompt settlement of complaints and claims lodged by the aggrieved customers. So, this will boost consumer confidence and help render justice to the buyers. Right to consumer education. The consumer has a right to acquire knowledge and stay well informed all through his life. He should be aware about his rights and the relief granted to him where a product or service falls short of his expectations. So whenever if the product or services are not satisfied by the consumers, they should inform the defect of the product to the seller. If the seller will not make any steps, will not take any steps in order to make a compensation, then he will make a complaint in the court, consumer court. So many consumer organizations and some enlightened business are taking a proactive part in educating consumers in this respect. Right to quality of life. Quality of life refers to the perceived well-being of the people in groups and individually, and well-being of the environment in which these people live. So consumerism has been defined as an improved quality of life. So the life of the consumer should be improved. So it is the duty of the business people and the government to educate the consumer how to they will make a quality life by way of purchasing a best quality product and consume, and they have lived happily and healthily. So it means that the environmental problems affect the very life of consumers and on the environment which people live. So in other words, air pollution, water pollution, food pollution, noise pollution, and relation pollutions and the legacies of ongoing industrialization take a heavy toll on the quality of life of the people and on the environment of their inhabitations. Next, right to consumer protection. The consumer has the right to be aware of his rights and remedies available to him. So redress his grievances through publicity in the mass media. Consumer has a right to be protected against goods and services which are hazardous to life and health. So it is the duty of the consumer. They should have a right to protect themselves. So they should not buy any type of product which gives hazardous and injurious to the health and also the life. So for instance, electrical appliances which are manufactured with the substandard of components or which do not conform to the safety norms might cause serious physical injury to the user. So therefore, consumers need to be educated that they should use electrical appliances with ISI mark, that is Indian Standard Institutions, which stands testimony to the quality and standards. Right to basic needs. Every consumer has the right to get the basic necessities of life such as food, clothing, shelter and water. It is the latest addition to Consumer Bill of Rights. So community life should be free from various modes of pollutions. So consumer, they should have basic needs. That basic needs will be provided. It is necessary for the consumer to live long. So they should have food, clothing and water and a right to pure and healthy environment. So these are some of the rights of the consumers. So with that we conclude this video. Students, you can go through all the points which are taught in this video and you can write the question answers in your assignment, commerce assignment notebook and send task complete message in the group without fail. Thank you.